This conference will now be recorded.
So last class I explained Python related list data type and a tuple data type and a range I explained. Okay. I have given some assignments on list related. Okay. I have given some assignments on list related. So in this case using okay. So using normal append we can append all the elements to the list, and in this assignment what I have given is, so I have done some transformations. Okay. So adding, concatenating both columns, and also gender, just upper, and then location I added. Gender, all the characters are uppercase. In this case, so here I entered it two persons. So whatever the details we entered, those I want to print. But two times it has to ask. Two times it has to ask. Okay. So this one I'm going to explain now. Guys, this is list is very very important. All of you please concentrate. So I want to enter two numbers two times. If you enter two times it has to ask these details. Whatever it is asking, I want to print those things. Next time I want to print those things. Okay. First I'm going to explain this one and I'm going to enhance this one first, ideally. New file. So here I'm writing 8th underscore list underscore example. First, what I'm going to do is, my requirement is I want to enter number of persons details. So to do that, I'm using this predefined functions n equal to input of enter number of persons. Now print n. Now save the file, execute this one. So first it is working or not. I entered 2. 2 is printed. 2 is printed. Fine. Now here last class I told you, for I in a range of n. Okay, print I. Now observe here, it is going to throw error. Why is it so? Enter number of persons, two persons. String object cannot interpret it as a integer. This frequently you will get an error, this one guys. So here, why? Because last class I told you, whatever the value you entered, input function, it is a string it is. But range is expecting an integer. Range is expecting an integer. We have to convert string to integer. So that I can do here. Enter number of persons 3. 3. So here this is the print n, and this is for I in range of 3, 0, 1, 2. For I in range of 3, 0, 1, 2. Okay. Last class I told you guys this one. For I in range of 2, print I. So output will be 0, comma 1. Similar way, for I in range of 3, print I 0, 1, 2. So the values will be like this. Okay. Now here what I am doing is, I don't want to print. I want to write a statement streetmass. Now first time, so n value 2, for suppose consider n value 2. Now for I in range of 1 means for I in range of 2, 0 comma 1. So here I value, okay. So n value I entered 3. 3 times loop will be repeated. 3 times loop will be repeated. First time I value 0, next time I value 1, next time I value 2. Now here what I am doing is, instead of printing, I am going to write a statement. So first time I value 0, something is happening. I value 1, something is happening. Okay. Now print. So please
So
mates help
please,
me.
Max, help me.
Okay. Now observe here, guys. Run module. Enter number of persons. 2 persons. Enter name. Srinivas. Location Hyderabad. It is throwing error. It is going to throw error. Personal location is not defined. So here what happened is, I define variable like this, but I am going to trying to access this one. So make sure, so when you get any error, this thing which is not defined means, you are using the variable but it is not declared. So make sure you have to use the same thing in both places. Okay. Now observe this one. Number of persons, 2 persons. Name Hyderabad. Person name is Srinivas. Location is Hyderabad. As I entered second iteration, okay. So one more time, one more time. Okay. Now, so up to now you are clear. Now what I am doing is, whatever the details you entered, these details I want to append to a list. I mean to say, so here what I am doing is, along with this one, I want to print a message. Okay. So instead of this one, for suppose, I don't want to print this one. I want person details equal to, I want a list which should contain these values. Okay, which should contain these values. So here I am writing 2 times. 2 times loop has to repeat. Every time the list is going to change. Every time the list is going to change means every iteration it is going to change. Every iteration it is going to change. So here what I am doing is, I am going to create a one more list. So let it be, I am going to create a new file. So here what I am doing is, I don't want to print this one. I want to create a list. For this list, I want to append that element. Okay, so first time, see here, for I in range of n means, so it is going to, the values will be 0 comma 1. First time I value 0, person name, personal location, list is an empty. Okay, so I added two elements, I'm printing this one. Next iteration I value 1, next iteration again this value will be empty, so again two elements will be appended. Okay, now observe the output here. Guys, last class I told you 0 comma 1s are comment, sorry, hash is a comment, you can write anywhere. Enter of number of persons 3, name AA, location Hyderabad. So the details, the loop will be repeated 3 times, again it is asking BB. Okay, 3 location, 3 times it is printed. This is one person, this is another person, and this is another person. Okay, now guys, up to now clear or not? Guys, up to now clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Now what I am doing is, okay, my requirement is, inside I am writing one more. Okay, for suppose my requirement is enter number of persons 2, one person details, enter person name. Okay, location, enter location. Right. Now this person's related, I would like to know how many languages he know. I would like to know how many languages he knows. So enter number of languages. Okay, number of languages. He said 2. I want to enter 2 times. I want to enter this one. Enter language. Hindi. Same message. Enter language. English. Now what I want is, I want output like this. Person details. Okay. So here I want output like this. This is the output I'm expecting. So whatever the values here you are entering, so here if I entered two languages I want to enter. If I entered three languages I want to enter, all will be into one single list. Similar way 2 times, right? One more person. Okay, so one more person. Okay, now I'm going to write this program. As you know, 2 times the loop has to repeat. Okay, this one. Now I'm going to write a program for this. Now observe here. So my requirement is 2 times I want to iterate. So Just 1 second. Now enter. Now what I have to do? Enter name on this one. Okay. Now, so here what I want, after this I want to enter two languages. Okay, two languages, and I want output like this. Okay, two languages I want. No. Now again I'm going to take whatever the value I entered. So two times I want to ask this one. So here I'm creating a different variable for j in range of languages. Two times I want to enter the languages. The output into a list. So each time, whatever the value you entered, this I want to enter into a list. Okay. So here outside, I'm going to create one list, which is an empty list. Each and every iteration, I'm going to add this one into a list. Now, I'm going to print those elements. Print whatever the languages, right? Okay. So person name, personal location, languages, each and every iteration, whatever the languages you are entering. Okay. So I'm going to append it to this one. Now, observe this one. I'm going to print. I'm not, I'm printing here. Enter number of persons, two persons, person name, location. Number of languages, three languages. So here I entered n value 3. Three times it has to ask the language, it has to append the list. Okay, observe here. Three languages. Okay, something wrong. So cannot be interpreted as an integer. So this is the mistake I have done. So it should be integer. Okay. Number of person, two person, person name, personal location, number of languages he know. He know only one language. Again mistake. Integer. Okay. See so I added here, which is wrong because I have to add here. So here this is expecting a integer. So by mistake I added here. This is it throws error again. Okay. Because if you observe here, I'm not by hearting anything. Based on the errors, I'm going to modify my code. Okay. So don't by heart anything. So if you get error, then we'll come to know, we will make a modifications and we will fix it. Number of persons too. Hyderabad. Two. Number of languages too. So it is asking the language. Okay. So just I'm printing as it is, and it is asking second time. Number of languages one. Okay. It is asking the language. So this is the one. Okay. So in this case, what happened is each I'm printing one. Now my requirement is I want to print those details in the list. I want to print those details in the list. So here, observe here, each iteration I want one list. Each iteration I want one list. So in the iteration beginning, I am going to create one list. Okay. So this is the details. Instead of printing those details, I am going to append it to the list. Okay. Now I am going to print the person details. So whatever the result, right? Okay. So we keep it res. Now res. Guys, here what I have done is I prepared one list here. Languages. The list I am going to append here. As I said, list contains multiple elements. Each element can be any data type. So one of the element can be list. Observe here. Languages, two languages. Person details. Okay. Person name. Okay. Location. Languages. Three languages. Three languages. Okay. Now, this is the way we can write a program. This is the way we can write a program. Okay. This is fine. Now, next my requirement is, guys, here when you are practicing, first understand the recording, close the notebook, and check whether the output is expected like this or not. Write a program, the output will be like this or not. Now, next one. My requirement is, okay, so I'm having one more. My requirement is enter number of vegetables, three categories. Enter vegetable name, okay, tomato. Enter vegetable price, price per kg, okay, 30 rupees. Enter quantity, 2 kgs. Now, this is one vegetable. So, total is tomato 60. Total price per that one. Okay. Now, I want one more. Potato. Okay. 20 rupees, 2 kgs. So, total 40. Now, carrot. Okay. 10 rupees, 2 kgs. Now, I want output vegetable details. I want all into a single list such a way that it should contain three elements. Each element is a list details. Sorry, vegetable details. Now tomato and total 60 rupees. Potato total 40 rupees. Carrot total 20 rupees. So this is the output I am expecting. This is the output I am expecting. So here if you observe, each iteration I am entering the details. Okay, I am entering the details. I am having a final one which is having all iteration combination. Okay, this is one iteration. This is a one iteration. This is one iteration. All should be here in the another iteration. All should be in the another iteration. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Okay. So what is the requirement here, right? Number of vegetable 3. Okay. Okay. Now I want 3 times. I want to enter the details. Okay. So first I am printing these things. Up to here working or not. Just I am going to. Just for my understanding whether my program is working or not. I would like to know. So I am going to print up to now here. Okay. Now. So here I want in the next line. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to make a change. So these kind of changes I would like to know. Okay. Now let it be. I entered 3. Enter vegetable name. Okay. Tomato. Price per kg 30. Quantity 2 kgs. So whatever the details I entered, those details are printed. So here there is a mistake here, spelling mistake. Okay. So if you observe, first let it be execute. Now based on the errors, I'm going to make a modification. Next vegetable name. Okay. So every time it is printed fine. Every time it is printed by. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the total price of each and everything. So here total price equal to price of the vegetable. So whatever the quantity, whatever the price here per kg into quantity input function. So here I don't want into string, okay. I want to convert it into integer because then only multiplication will be happen. So total price. So here I got this vegetable name and price. Okay. Now I am checking whether it is working it or not. Total vegetables, tomato, quantity, enter price per kg, 40 rupees. 2 kgs I want, total 80. Now potato, 30 rupees. 3 kgs I want, total 90. Okay. Now my requirement is as per the output, everything I want into a list. Everything I want to into a list, which is a combination of all. Combination of all. So first what I am doing is each and every iteration I am printing some list. Each and every iteration. To do that, I am taking one list here. Vegetable list equal to, which is an empty. Each and every iteration. So first I am going to enter these elements here. Okay. So here what I am doing is now I am printing this list. Okay. Now observe the output. Two vegetables, vegetable name, 30 rupees, 2 kgs. Tomato, 30, 2 kgs. Not I don't want like that. I want to cancel this one. So here I don't want this one. I want to get the total price only. I don't want this one. I want get only total price. Two vegetables. Tomato, 30 rupees per kg, two quantity. Total 60. Now enter vegetable name, potato, 50 rupees, 2 kgs. This one. Okay. Now my requirement is each and every iteration, whatever the values are there, those I want to append it to a list. So each and every iteration, whatever the values are there, those values I am going to append it to the list. So here what I am doing is before loop, I am creating one list. Each and every iteration, instead of printing, I am going to append it to that list. Res dot append of vegetable underscore list. After my loop is completed, after my loop is completed, okay, I am going to print those details. Two vegetables, okay. So it is not asking because I am not printing anything. Here I am not printing anything. Okay, it is not printed anything. So automatically It asks the details, calculated this one, appended to a list, appended to this one. Enter vegetable name. 2 rupees. 2 kgs. All the details will be into the single list. All the details will be into the single list. Okay, guys, here it seems to be confused. Go through the recording, do the practice, guys. Okay,
Excuse me,
so
sir.
similar way, yeah.
For the outer list, can we use it as a tuple because we are not changing any
Yes, we can
details?
use tuple. Yes, we can use it tuple. So she is asking question. So here, as per my requirement, here I am maintaining the list. Okay, so I created a list. For suppose if I declared this one, no, actually tuple we cannot append, right? Tuple we cannot append. So inside we can create a tuples. See, tuple we cannot append, right? Elements. So it should be list only. Okay, tuple we cannot append the list. We cannot append the element to the tuple. So it should be list. So this is the one. Next, take one assignment.
Then
Okay,
what's the use
assignment.
of the tuple when we cannot append it, sir? It's
Okay,
directly.
okay. So here, coming classes, I will let you know one concept called inheritance. Okay, I'm having a parent one. Okay, I'm having a parent one. They're declared some variables. For suppose, okay, do one thing, guys. I'm going to explain one concept. If you are able to understand, well and good. Otherwise, ignore this one. So here there is a concept inheritance. For suppose in Python, okay. So there is a parent class, there is a child class. Child inherited from parent. So here what happened is, whatever the things are there, here I can access. Whatever the things are there, here I can access. For suppose, likewise there are multiple people are there. Okay. So here what happened is, everybody they can access this one. Okay. So here whatever the variables you declared, everybody can change that one. Okay, but if you declare the value as a tuple, we cannot make a change. If you declare the value as a tuple, okay, you cannot make a change. People will can use that one only. They cannot make a change. That is one thing. Similar way in Python, once I write a program, multiple people can access. Multiple people can access that program. So here, if you don't want to make a change, entire value, then we can use that one. For suppose here consider you are having a set of elements, okay, throughout your program. So I am going to write one program.
So is it similar to a function we can take it?
Sorry,
So can we take it as similar to a function?
not function. Okay,
So because see, you are calling an input function, but we are not able to change anything in that input function. Can we
see
take in
for
that way?
suppose, see, okay, for suppose I am having a uh, players list. Okay, I am having players list. Okay, now throughout my program I don't want to make a change here. See, for suppose this is one Python file. Okay, in Python file I am having this variable. I am having this variable. Okay, so this is 1.py, common.py. Multiple developers they can import the program. Okay, they can use this program. They can use this program. Now, whoever using, they can make a change their own, but they cannot update this one. And also, throughout this program, the value cannot update. The value cannot update. And whoever using this program, okay, they cannot update. So if you do inheritancy, so we can make a change in the generally in the superclass, we can change. Okay, generally we can change in the superclass, but if it is a tuple, we cannot make a change. Clear?
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, those who are not able to understand, leave it. Okay, so for the time being, what you have to understand is tuple we cannot change. Once you declare the value, we cannot make a change in the tuple. Okay, now, so take one assignment, enter number of products, 3 products. Same similar way, enter product name. Okay, mobile, enter product price. Okay, 20, 30,000. Enter quantity, 3. Suppose 2 products. Okay, 2 times I'm going to enter. I want output product details such a way that all should be in the list. Same only with another one. Okay. So take this one as an assignment and try to do this one, guys. Okay. Okay. So today do this one. Tomorrow we'll go for remaining data types. So we have a bytes. Okay. So in the data types, we discussed none type and the numbers. We have int, string, list, tuple, range. There is a byte and byte array. Okay, and then and here boolean. Guys, this byte and byte array. Okay, so generally we are using any this one this python we can use in the different areas. Okay, embedded systems. Okay, there we can use this one. Consider I'm having a list equal to 1 2 3 4. No, so I convert this one into bytes. Now, type of the variable bytes. So if you print up this one, okay, you cannot see this one. So which is in the internal, which is in the different format, bytes format. For suppose if you are accessing elements, you can use index position. For I in a range of b. No, no. For I in, for I in b, print I. So here each and every element it is going to print. Guys, here I have to say one more. Okay. Last class I told you this one, range equal to n. Okay, for suppose range of 2. So which is 0 comma 1. So for I in a range of n, range of 2, it is going to print I. So the output will be 0 comma 1. Similar way, in the, for suppose I have a list, okay, list of 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now instead of range, okay, I can use a list also. For I in list, print I. So first time I value this one, second time I value this one, third time I value this one. So the loop will be repeated based on number of elements in the list. Okay, number of elements in the list. First let me show you this example, then I will explain the bytes one. List equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. For I in list, print I 10 20 30. Similar way, so here also similar way. So I already having a bytes, okay. So directly bytes cannot declare, so we have to convert any list, any tuple we can convert. So consider I am having a list of 1 2 3 4. Now bytes, list of lst, whatever the list I converted into bytes. Now this is the, sorry, bytes, right, not list. I'm sorry, here I have to write list 1 2 3 4. I converted into bytes, bytes of list. Now b value. Now if you want to read element by element, okay, one way is we can go for index position. Okay. Now the same thing we can using list. So b, right, which is bytes of list, right? So here also we can read. Okay. Now, so where do we use generally embedded systems? Okay, so they're compiling related. So internal there we can write a program. There we can see this bytes related. Guys, observe this one. List equal to 100, 200, 300, 400. Now you can use any variable. I am using a variable b. You can use any variable. So here I am converting this list to bytes. Now observe, value must be 0 to 256. So here the value should be 0 to 256. So it cannot take more than that. It can't take more than that. Okay. And also list equal to 1 2 3 4. I converted into the bytes. Now b of 0, this is the one. Now if you make a modification on this element, okay, it cannot support, the changes. We cannot modify. Once we create this one into bytes, we cannot modify. So if you see the type of the variable, bytes variable, we cannot modify. Now the same thing, observe here, 1 2 3 4. I converted this one into byte array. Now type of the variable, byte array. Now we can read element by element from here. And ba of 0, which is 1, ba of 0, this position value I am going to convert it into SN into 100. Now ba value. So here you cannot see this one. Okay. This is the byte array. So we can make a modification for byte array, but byte we cannot change. Okay, so generally I never used it so far, byte and byte array. Okay, so regularly we're scripting related. Okay, so we are not using this byte array. Only when we are going for any compiling related, you see 2 power 8, so 8-bit compiler, 2 power 8 256. So it is going to allow only 0 to 250 numbers. So here 300 is more than that one, so it does not allow that one. Okay, so this is for bytes, guys. Next class I am going to discuss with set, frozen set, dictionary. So dictionary is very, very important, guys. Next class I will discuss on it. So today complete this one, guys, and share me the assignment. Thank you, guys. Any doubts?